name. I am your host, Noah Love, and today we'll be going over two quick topics. Team USA destroying and routing Serbia, and they're 3-0 in the exhibition games, and Caitlin Clark gets the WNBA, a new media rights deal. Those two topics here today. This is your July 17th, 2024 edition of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. Okay. Team USA beating Serbia today. Uh, this was their second game in 3 days. They looked pretty good. Starting lineup was different. Starting lineup only change was Drew Holiday into the starting lineup. So yeah, they were just dominant today. Balanced scoring from Curry, Adebayo, and Edwards. Edwards has been the most consistent in the 3 games, probably in terms of scoring. They beat Serbia down, and this is the best defensive performance they've had all, exhibition season, in terms of just denying people the basketball, getting your hands in the passing lanes, knowing what to do on the ball screens, whether to switch, go under, hedge the screen, ice the screen. They were really good defensively. They were really locked in defensively. And then on the offensive end, we know how talented they are offensively. That was just going to come natural to them. So, Team USA, I didn't even put down the actual final score here. Team 105-79. They just straight dominated Serbia. They play again on Friday, I believe. Did they play again on Friday? Versus South Sudan. No, July 20th. So that's Saturday, 3 p.m. United Kingdom, South Sudan. They play Serbia again in the group stage, July 28th, 11:15 a.m. For the Paris Olympics. We saw Derek White in a little bit of action today. He fit in fine. USA early on, Serbia was game. Honestly, they were game until the second half. The second, or not even really the second half, the end of the second quarter going into the third, where Team USA they locked it down defensively, and offensively they were really good. Offensively, there were no issues in terms of moving the ball. They got the shots they wanted. Even if they missed, you were like, oh, that's a good shot. They were in full control of this game. Serbia never for a second did you think, Serbia's going to come back and win this game in the second half. You never thought that. Team USA put the foot on the gas, and they did not let up. For the first 3 games, I believe my best players, I've had Anthony Edwards, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. I think those have been the 3 best players. I think Curry is 4th in that. Yeah, I think those have been 3 of the best players for Team USA. So Team USA picks up a win here, 105-78. They have 2 more games. They go to the UK to play 2 games, and then it's the real deal. It's the Paris Olympics, and I'll be covering that. We'll see how they do there. Hopefully they can go there, handle their business, win gold for America, God bless America. And yeah, we'll we'll see where this goes. Now, for the other topic that I had today, Caitlin Clark earns the WNBA the media rights deal. This is breaking. The WNBA is set to receive roughly 2.2 billion over the next 11 years in rights fees, and its new deals an average of 200 million a year. Compared to that, the current deal they have is only 50 million a year. ESPN, NBC, and Amazon will all have their own WNBA packages. Now, why do I say it's only Caitlin Clark? Because it is only Caitlin Clark. Or if you want to give credit to this rookie class, because it's the interest in WNBA, let's be real, it was not that high. It just wasn't that high. You didn't. I mean, there were good players, but there was nobody that made you go ooh. Caitlin Clark made you go ooh. Sorry, Sabrina Ionescu, but who was kind of doing it a little bit before Caitlin Clark. I mean, breaking triple double records in college and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is great. I love it. I love watching the ladies play. I love watching Caitlin Clark duel with Kelsey Plum or Sabrina Ionescu. I love watching Aja Wilson and Brittany Griner duel. Like I love watching RK Arike Ogunbowale do her thing in hoop. I just love that. And so I love watching the Liberty with Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu. You know, they play good basketball over there. I think Becky Hammond's a great coach for the Aces. I like what the Connecticut Sun have done this year. I mean, the games are entertaining, and now the whole world is starting to realize that. And that's why, okay, we're going to swoop up. We're going to get this deal. We're going to get the WNBA on top. And then hopefully the next class, which is Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins, that will help elevate it even more. So, again, and there was a comment that I know it's I didn't get to this. It was a month ago that Monica McKnight made to Stephen A. that I just thought I'm just like, wow, she went in on Stephen A. And it was Stephen A. was your platform. If you could have been talking about WNBA 3 to 4 years ago, which again was Stephen A.'s platform. He's everywhere on ESPN. Boom, 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 boom. That is true, but also there's a reason people weren't talking about it. There's a reason he wasn't talking about it because not a lot of people were interested in it. So when people, now that the WNBA is up and doing well for themselves, where was this energy 3 to 4 years ago? Caitlin Clark wasn't in the WNBA. Angel Reese wasn't in the WNBA 3 to 4 years ago. Camila Cardoso was not in the WNBA 3 to 4 years ago. I get it. There were still great players that were coming out, but there wasn't a generational class. That's what people are. It mind boggles me how you struggle to see that. It's like the NBA in I think the 1978 finals were on tape delay. Dr. J and all them were great, but the league, I mean, they were having trouble with steroids and then all the fights. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird came in, and it didn't take no time for the league to get back up on his feet, and then Jordan just took it to a whole new level. They just took it to a whole new level. So again, it's not necessarily about the play. It's about the players and it's about the moment. And if you are box office, I mean, if you just look at the Fever's games and people's in the stands, every game is sold out. Everybody wants to go see Caitlin Clark play. I swear the atmosphere when they played the Mercury, I think it might have been 2 or 3 Sundays ago, that was like a playoff game. It felt like the energy was in there. When they played the Liberty on that Saturday afternoon, it felt like a playoff game. It felt like a playoff game. So again, with them getting this new media rights deal, this is gonna strike nothing but good. Now the women get paid more money than they actually are now. Aja Wilson may be one of the first women to make $1 million in terms of, or get that $1 million contract in terms of that. Because she deserves money. She deserves her money. Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, they deserve their money. So again, when I look at this, people are hating on Caitlin Clark, but I feel like you're hating, but you're not going to be hating for too long, because when that new check comes in and it clears every 2 weeks, you're not going to have that much of a problem with it, because even though you're a competitor and you're trying to beat her, she is in turn helping you make the money that you want to be making to support you, yourself, your family, stuff like that. So I just love this. I love this. She hasn't even been in the league for 1 year, and there's already a new media rights deal that got done. Excuse me, that got done quick, quick. I love this. I just love this for Caitlin Clark, and I love this for the WNBA. And honestly, if you're asking me, has the WNBA been entertaining this year? I say yes. Not just because of Caitlin Clark. I mean, I'm watching the Liberty and Sun go head to head. I'm watching the Aces play. I'm watching the Connecticut Sun play a good brand of basketball. Even the Chicago Sky. They've had some, as much as you don't want to admire injuries, all that, they've had some entertaining games. They've won some big games. The the winds of change are coming. Where in the summer, the dog days of summer we have right now, people complain, oh, we don't have anything to watch. You do, because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Cameron Brink and Camila Cardoso, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Breanna Stewart, all of them are going to give you something to watch, because this league is going to be entertaining, and this league is only going to go up from here. It's not going anywhere. I love it for the ladies, for the women. I think it's great. The WNBA. This is good business. It's just the numbers. I'll probably go more in depth tonight, and then I'll give you more numbers on the podcast tomorrow. And to see, because when I saw this break, I was like, wow, I wasn't home. I can't wait to get home and talk about this. So that is going to be it for the shortest episode of the pod ever. Those two things, Team USA being Serbia broke, is why I wanted to what I needed to talk about, and the new WNBA rights deal. We will be back tomorrow with hopefully a longer podcast episode of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. Until then, see you.